Hey guys, and welcome to my Patreon's review for the Essential Edition. First off is the weekly events. Chaos chest contents have been shuffled. This week's featured loot is the Chaos Codex, as you can see. I did kind of like how they did it last week and they didn't put it under an event. I feel like it's more politically correct, if that's even the right term. It just sounded more correct to not call it an event. But it is weekly, I guess, so whatever. Next up is the Ladybug invasions are back for a week. Perhaps they're migrating, smash them up to get their helmet styles and wings. Now, when I do criticisms, I am going to start doing them neutrally now to appease the 5 or so people that disagree. So we're going to do this neutrally. I also feel like I sound pretty aggressive when I criticize Tron, so we're going to do it a little differently. I want to make it very clear. So, these Ladybug events, they are coming back. They used to be here like 5 or 6 months ago, and these suck. I think that's a clear way of the negative side of it. They suck. You have to sit there with, 8 or more people. It's best to do this in multiples of 8. That is how the, I forgot the term. I can't believe I forgot the term. The drop table. It's not a drop table. It's, you guys know what I mean. In multiples of 8 is when you have the most efficiency. So the best is to do it with 8. But if you go with 16 people, you're going to have the same amount of drop rate with that. I can't believe I can't think of the term. I use it all the time because my entire channel is based off of math. But you guys know what I mean. It's best to do this in multiples of 8, but you have to sit there and do nothing. And just sit there and do nothing for, 20 minutes at a time while waiting for these guys to drop. The good thing for me is that I did this, half a year ago, and I don't have to do it again. But if you didn't get to do that, they are bringing it back, which is a positive side. Also, they're not doing it every week like they used to. They used to come out with these invasion events every single week, and it sucked, and that was for a good month or two. So it's good that, they're spreading it out finally. Hopefully they don't start doing it again. Hopefully it's not a yearly rotation or whatever, where now it's time for the invasions again. So please, Tron, no more invasions. I mean, one a month is fine, I guess, because for the people that didn't get to do it half a year ago, they can do it again. But yeah, let's not make it a weekly thing, please. People don't like sitting there for half an hour at a time waiting for things to drop out of the sky doing nothing, especially when we have so much to grind. It's just it's a useless thing. But moving on, they have the new Essentials pack. The Power Pack has been replaced with the Essentials pack. However, in addition to the Power Pack's original contents, the Essential pack contains. So remember, this means if you already bought the Power Pack, it includes everything from the Power Pack that you previously got. If you have not bought the Power Pack yet, it will still include all of the previous stuff from the Power Pack, like the Phoenix Wings and the Trovian boat and the Trovian cell and all that stuff. It'll still include that. However, in addition, they're just adding this to that already existing pack. Is the nude one, the new Jade Clover Tome, Dragon Coin Tome, which is the one that you can buy from Tomes. It still exists. Or I guess the Jade Clover you can buy as well, but the Dragon one, this one is being included into this pack. 10 Omni Mount Unlockers, meaning you can unlock any of the adventure mounts, I believe. Unlocks a random dog, cat, or yes, okay, so it's only things that you can find besides Shmeeps. So it's any Pemblock, Meowth, or adventure mount that you don't already have unlocked. So these are useless for me right now until they release new adventure mounts, which, by the way, I've noticed they used to do adventure mounts every single month, or actually it was 2 weeks at the start. This was over a year ago. This is already almost 2 years ago when they first came out. They were doing 2 adventure mounts a week or every 2 weeks, and it's been a long time. I noticed since the dragons came out, they've been just neglecting adventure mounts. That was just an observation. Also, my UI is bugged. I don't know why everything has a filter over it. It looks ugly. But they include 100 bombs, which is kind of underwhelming in my opinion. You get 100 bombs, I guess, and 20,000 cubits. That's a good thing. So that is the new Essentials pack. If you previously bought the Power Pack, we will be granting you all the items that got added to the Essentials pack later in the day on 5-10. As you can tell, I've already got the 100 bombs, the 10 Omni Mount thingies. For some reason, I have 8 class coins. Hopefully that is represented down the list. I don't know where these came from. I'm assuming they came from the power pack, but I already bought the power pack before, as you can tell, because I already have all the stuff. And I already had 6 class coins. I got 2 from it. You used to get 2 from the power pack. Unless, I don't know where these came from. Let's see if it tells us down the list, because now I have 14 free classes, which means I will never, ever, ever have to worry about a new class ever again, because they are probably never even going to release 14 more classes. That's double what already exists. But moving on, let's not spend half an hour on this. Misc changes, so miscellaneous changes. Booster boxes can now contain a Lapis Luck Bug. This is a Lapis Luck Bug. That's how they worded it. I don't know if you can receive more than one, and I don't know if it's a uncommon drop, a common drop, or a rare drop. They give no information. They just say it contains Lapis Luck Bugs now, which is still good. I mean, it didn't exist there before, so it's good that they contain it. I just don't know any specific information. Added support for case-insensitive marketplace searches for some languages that hadn't supported that feature. What that means is that last week they added more languages to the marketplace. So if you speak Russian or you type Russian, I'm just giving an example. I'm probably butchering it, but like if your keyboard types Russian or you type Russian, I don't know. You had to have used case sensitive. They added the ability last week or the week before, but you had to do it case sensitive, meaning if it's Dragon Tome, you had to type capital D Dragon, capital T Tome. It's not called a Dragon Tome. It's like the Dragon Digest or something, but you know what I mean. Now you don't have to do that. You could just do lowercase Dragon Tome like that. So hopefully that explains it. Class and costume packs no longer show up on the store in your rotating deals, though they may return in the future. So the costume packs are now gone again. Again, it's not forever like they just said, but they're gone again. I just noticed that they pushed the limited time offers to the top now, which is good. The Extra Life bundle is in the front. I can agree to that because, again, even though it's half for charity and it's up to a limit, it's still for charity, so I'm glad that I think this is reasonable, but they pushed all the limited time thingies up. I don't know if that says it down the list. I should probably just read the patch notes, because that's what this video is about. But the reason why this is good is because now you can see your free gem dust boxes up top instead of having to scroll every time. That's what I was going with. Pyro Disc gems now deal more damage per tick, but tick more slowly. Overall damage output remains the same. I do believe this is just for balance reasons, so you don't demolish bosses in Uber Worlds. It doesn't, like it says, it doesn't make a difference over time. So if you're fighting Ultra modes, it doesn't make a difference. However, the only thing that I can see, maybe there was a bug with it or something that's on Reddit, but I don't read Reddit. The only thing that I can think with common sense is that it's to help balance out bosses, because bosses, they do get one shot, but if you're not a class that can one shot them, they do die very quickly with the Pyro Disc. If you're physical damage. Remember, Pyro Disc only scales with physical damage. Minions spawned by flask emblems now properly display combat text. Don't know what that means. Emblems properly display combat text. It says the same thing. I don't know what that means. Somebody can let me know in the comments down below. The weekly stat leaderboard now grants boosters for the first 3 reward levels, so they're nerfing contests. I wonder if that's retroactive. It is. I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's a nerf or not. I don't remember what was there, to be honest. It used to be, okay, I see, because it used to give you like a 9 life. It gave you like 50 dragon coins, a 9 life, and like in a power gem box or something in the first 3. So now it's clovers, horseshoes, and then lapis luck bugs. Which honestly, I think this is better because 9 lives are 1. These are 10 lapis luck bugs. And they're untradeable, 9 lives are untradeable and they're very pay to win, but I kind of like this one better. You still get the Empower Gem box, you just have to have a little higher rank. I think they still have not touched these. When they talked about weekly stat leaderboards, they are being very, very specific because they are only referring to these ones. So now it's confirmed. Now I can talk about this because last week I wasn't sure. This week I am for sure. When they talk about weekly contest leaderboards, they are only talking about this one that says blocks destroyed this week, boxes opened this week. They're being very specific. These are the only leaderboards that do not have a rank 1. They still will keep them for the classes and the mastery points. They did remove the Pegasus Pegasuses to make it a little bit more balanced, because as you all know, the classes are very, very, very pay to win. Somebody's literally went from 1,000 power rank to 20,000. He was the first person in the entire world. Well, he unequipped something. He was 20,004 power rank last night, so he must have like unequipped a gem or something. But he literally spent like 1,000 US dollars, which was like 75,000 yen or something, to be the first person to hit 20,000 power rank. Literally all through money, all through money. So they're still, I mean, they only meant this, which I was sad, because I thought they were going to address all the others. But again, they did remove the Pegasuses, and they're going to bring them back at a later date when they know what to do with them, because those were unique. Chaos coins are not as unique because you can get them other ways. They're the rarest item in the entire game, but now I guess the Pegasus are. What's a plural of Pegasuses? Pegasuses. But yeah, that's my explanation of last week. So yes, I guess, when they saw this dude spend 75,000 yen, they're like, hey, maybe we should keep these because they make us a lot of money. That's probably what it was. So good job. Drop rate of shadow equipment has been reduced for the open world. It remains the same in Shadow Towers. Yes, they nerfed the drop rates of S1 through S5, and, U9 and below. The people saw this coming. I don't know if they mentioned, like a developer specifically mentioned it or not before, but people already knew about this. It's just, it's happening now. This does not include Radiant and Stellar drops. So if you're like me and it's like raining Stellars for you, you're still going to get Stellars rained upon you. Just, they're trying to buff up these guys because these guys are super common. I've gotten like 1,000 Twice Forged Souls, 500 Thrices, like 100 quads, and like 20 to 30 pentas. Just getting 2 classes to 30, so it's an overall balance change, which should exist, I believe. I think it's for the better, because these guys are kind of useless now, and now they're going to have a little bit more oomph to them. So yeah, Empowered Gem Box Edition should now display the correct icon in your inventory. It always displayed the correct icon, I thought. Oh well, it does now, or it does, yeah, I guess it does now. Oh, I should equip this before I forget. Added projectile AoE damage to Shadowhunter gem ability projectiles. Again, people already knew about this, but if you didn't know, since your class gem is single target only, they're buffing it up a little bit to include AoE. I think that's for the better. Shadowhunters are not the most overpowered class in the game. They're just the most overrepresented class in the game. So it is an actual balance change. Again, they're not the best class in the game, guys. So they're getting buffs because they need it. Just because everybody plays it, that doesn't mean anything. Slightly change the Boomranger and Shadowhunter epic poses so their bow intersects less on certain mounts. They meant clipping. That's what that means, intersects. It clipped through the mounts. They don't anymore. UI... Wait, am I in the right... Yeah, UI previews of items now have outlines and should look more like they do in the world. UI previews of items. Is that why the inventory looks so horrible? I thought this was a bug, because it happened on PTS before, but I just relogged and it went away. Maybe this isn't a bug, because you see how, like, nothing's twirling anymore? Everything used to, like, spin in a circle? Maybe that's intentional. I don't know. It looks ugly to me, I mean, to be honest, it still twirls in your inventory, though. I think it's a bug, though. I think when I relog, it's going to be fixed. Autumn pistol-style orientations have been fixed, and added some optimizations for network latency. Wow, that's a good one. I don't know if it's true, because they've been saying that for like 2 years now, but hey, some effort is always appreciated. Bug fixes. Fixed bug where stellar equipment drops were not tradable. Is that retroactive? It is not. Stellar equipment drops are now tradable, but became untradeable if upgraded in the Forge. Gear upgraded from Radiant to Stellar remains untradeable. Okay, so is upgraded in the... It says upgraded in the Forge. I gave these pearls. It just must have been non-retroactive, because it does specifically say upgraded in the Forge, meaning if I gave this a star, it would become untradeable, but it should be tradable. So if you found Stellars before, you still will not be able to trade them, but if you find Stellars after today, they will be tradable. Now, only as is. If you upgrade them in the Forge, they will become untradeable. Fixed an issue with Neon Ninja Clash Gem Heuristic Hackstar Shuriken, which caused it to hit inconsistently. Good, because this thing... So if you guys don't know, this is like going to be such the longest patch notes video for no reason. But back in the day, when the Neon Ninja first came out, he was the buggiest class in the world. His ultimate never even worked. Like, if you press 2, nothing happened. That was the Neon Ninja until the Shadow Hunter came out and actually had even more bugs than the Neon Ninja. But it's funny how, like, the Neon Ninja's class gem is now the buggiest class gem out of all of them. And it's funny because, you know, he was the buggiest class. He was the first ever buggiest class in the game. And I think it's kind of funny because it's the same exact class as the Neon Ninja, just with his class gem. But now, your pierce should actually hit the targets that it should be hitting. It should pierce more targets. It used to only hit like 1 or 2 targets and be done. But now it should hopefully be fixed. They said they fixed it last week, but hopefully it's fixed now. Fix an issue where the Lunar Lancer's attack could be broken when transforming. That's very good because that's been in the game since the Lunar Lancer has came out. You know, if you ever spammed 1 and you transformed into your big dude form, I forgot what it's called, but it would always cancel your 1. If you're mid animation, it would cancel it, which was bad because that reduces DPS. It's just an overall bug, so good. I'm glad. Fix bug with generic Empower Gem abilities that weren't correctly using the magic damage stat for magic damage classes. Does that mean Pyro Disc now scales with magic damage? Is that what that means? Generic Empowered Gem abilities. So this is the Empowered Gem ability. So that must mean that Pyro Disc now scales with magic damage. I do believe that was the only one, though, because Explosive Epilogue always worked. It always dealt like 2.5 times damage. By the way, this Explosive Epilogue, Pyro Disc, and Singing Curse are the 3 best gems. There's some information for you. I think that's what that means. I think this now scales with magic damage. Again, only really usable on like the Ice Age and the Tomb Raiser, because those are the only 2 melee-ish classes or magic casters. And I guess Draculite as well. But I think that's what that means. I can always just test it out, but obviously not in this video because it's already rambly enough. Where am I? Fix bug where wrong rewards were shown for the boxes open contest when viewing the leaderboards and club worlds. A lot of people were like, "Where's my what was it? Chaos chests?" I don't remember what it was. It was like Dragon Coins or Chaos chests or something, but they got horseshoes instead. The reward is actually horseshoes, but when you got to a certain rank, I think it was 1,000 plus, it displayed incorrectly. But before then, it actually displayed correctly. So they fixed that, and it shouldn't happen again, I hope, because it got a lot of people complaining because they thought they were going to get something better than what they did. They didn't want horseshoes. They wanted that cooler prize, but, you know, Tryon accidentally showed them that cooler prize when it wasn't really the reward. Or it could be backwards. I do believe it's the way I'm explaining it. It could be backwards, though. So you would know. I don't know. I got horseshoes. That's all I know, and I didn't get anything else to compensate for that, so I do believe the way that I explained it was the correct version. Fix bug that prevented players from searching for certain items on the marketplace, for example, Fragments of Wonder, and big bombs. I've been holding out these big bombs because nobody could search for them, so nobody was buying them. So big bombs, Fragments of Wonder, and there's a couple other items. They are now searchable, so you can now put them on the marketplace, or you can buy them. Fix issue where some players can no longer receive invitations if they change worlds while an invitation is on screen. Thank you very much. I hope this applies to friend requests as well, because when I'm doing my hard mode carries, I get, you know, tons of friend requests, tons of people like inviting me to stuff and all that. And whenever I teleport, it goes away. And also when I'm inviting people, when I do my carries, I get like 50 or so new club members. And then it's always annoying when I invite them and they're like, "I didn't get it," or "Can you send it again?" Because they changed roles right when I sent it, which, I mean, they shouldn't have in the first place, but now it shouldn't be an issue. So that's good, especially when you have to re-invite 50 people. That's 100 times, which sucks, but I'm glad to fix that. Fix an issue where global could report it is the wrong channel when toggling trade/global chat settings in the options. Fix a bug where you couldn't click on UI objects that were above the chat window after the UI had collapsed itself. Thank you very much, because every time I go to use the loot collector and I click collect, it would always bring up the chat. Then I had to close it, click loot collector again, and then right click all the items again. It was so horrible. So I'm glad that they fixed that, because that was very, very annoying, having to do 24 clicks twice. That's 48 clicks for no reason at all. Fix an issue where some gem tooltips couldn't show stats over 100% correctly. I do believe that means, you know, the max health percentage. I don't know what else goes over 100%. Fix a few mech client crashes, and fixed bug where you could get stuck waiting for a respawn after dying in a shadow tower. Never ran into that one. Fix an issue where the blue team's health bar in battle arena wasn't solid. Alright, so that is it. I hope I explained things better today. I tried going in detail with everything. Hopefully it wasn't rambly. I hope people appreciate that I went on tangents and stuff to further explain everything. And I'm going to try to be neutral from now on. I don't really want to attack Tryon directly because some people take it different than what it is. I know the developers themselves know what I'm talking about, but some viewers didn't understand the distinction between the publisher side of Tryon and the developer side of Tryon, so I'm going to try and be a little bit more neutral and explain my reasonings for any negative criticism or any criticism at all. Criticism is never negative, honestly, if we're going to think about it. So I'll try to do that from now on. I'll try to not sound too aggressive when I say things because people take it the wrong way. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.